In this video, we're going to show how to set up RansNet UA800, the 5G SD-WAN router. So this is the hardware. So there are 4 LAN ports. You can configure any of the LAN ports as WAN port as well. And there's one dedicated WAN port. And there are 4 antennas. These are 5G antenna because it's a NR1. It's a single 5G SIM model. So there is a SIM slot here. So we'll be using the SIM1 slot. And these 2 antenna are the Wi-Fi antenna, 2.4 and 5 GHz. So all you need to do is to get the SIM card, the 5G SIM card, put in the tree and slot into SIM1. And I have connected my PC to one of the LAN ports so I can use the internet for provisioning and also do the speed test later. So that's all you need to set up the box, and just need to slot in the SIM card. You automatically connect to the 5G network once it boots up and plug in the power. Okay, so we just wait for the signal to change to green here. So first I'm going to run a speed test from my PC, which is directly connected to the UA on one of the LAN ports. We're getting around 800 meg for the download. For 5G upload is typically close to 100 meg. So we're getting exactly the correct speed we need. And I'm ready to provision the rest of the configuration. Just go to https://portal.ransnet.com, and once you log in with this authorized ID and password, you will be having access to your own entity, and from there you can add in your own device provisioning. So you just need to provision or add in the device MAC address and serial number. So the host name in this case is the MAC address, which is stick to the back of the device here. At the back of the sticker there's a MAC address shown on the sticker. Because I already copied down on my notepad, so I just copy this MAC address here. So once the device is provisioned, you should be able to automatically monitor them. They will show up the status on the dashboard. It takes 2 to 3 minutes for the device status to be refreshed on the dashboard. Okay, now the device is showing up status on mfusion portal, and from here you can start to monitor the device operating status. You click on the SD branch, then you will import the device into this configuration domain, and then you just say new device. If you have many other devices within this entity, you can select which one to import. So now I'm just going to use the default, and you start to push the configuration. So that basically pushes the default config. So now if you want to configure the rest of the configuration for this device, you just click on the MAC address and you can configure VLANs, you can configure Wi-Fi settings, you can configure switch port, you can configure routing and dynamic routing, policy-based routing, or you can configure firewall rules, port forwarding, and VPN, and those are for SD-WAN connections. And you can also have system info. Let's say we're going to configure wireless setting. So you go to the wireless LAN. So this is one way to configure the Wi-Fi setting. But if you have many devices, for example, you have 1,000 devices which will use the same Wi-Fi setting. So instead of configure on an individual device level, you go to the global setting and configure wireless. And you can assign different SSID to different VLAN. If you don't assign VLAN, so they will be in the same network as the LAN ports. So for now, I just don't assign anything. By default, you'll be in the same VLAN as the LAN devices, which are the 4 gigabit Ethernet port devices. So once I define this global wireless setting, if you have 1,000 devices, you can select all of them here, and then you do a mass update. You say I'm just going to update the wireless, everybody assigned to the SIM-ported Wi-Fi profile. Then you apply the config. And if you go to the individual device and go to the wireless setting, you will see actually the global setting is automatically attached to this device and it's being grayed out. That means you can't change on the local level because it's a global setting. Okay, now the SSID is being broadcast. Okay, so if I check my IP address setting, I'm actually getting 192.168.10.58. So this IP is actually from the LAN, which is in the range of the LAN setting. So if you want to separate the Wi-Fi connection to the LAN device connection, put them in a different subnet, for example, separate into a guest Wi-Fi network, or for whatever security purpose you want to separate, all you need to do is just to create a new VLAN. So I've just created a new VLAN. What I'll do is I'm just going to change the wireless setting to say the Wi-Fi I will attach to VLAN 10. Instead of connecting to the LAN network. So separating the Wi-Fi from the LAN. So I'm now going to refresh my Wi-Fi and connect it again and check my Wi-Fi connection, and now I'm getting this 10.10.10 Wi-Fi, which is from the guest VLAN now.